Alright, we hit the top 20 now. Time to keep talking about some great games. If you've been enjoying me going over all these Kirby games so far, or you're new to the channel and you like my content, feel free to subscribe. I have a year-end goal of 600 subscribers, and if you were to help me reach that, I'd really appreciate it. Now, with that said, what Kirby game do we have up next? A lot of people tend to skip over Kirby Fighters Deluxe, and while I clearly don't agree with the notion, I completely understand why it gets passed over. All it has is the single player, multiplayer, and that's it. The game's only $7, so of course it won't have the most content, but a lot more would have been nice, yeah? Still, those who are familiar with me and my tastes know that I'm a bit of a fighting game fanatic. I love almost every fighting game with pretty much any amount of effort put into it, no matter how poverty it is, but still, I do have my preferences. Notably, I like fighters with high mobility and a lot of options for every character. I don't need a balanced fighter, I just like a fun fighter. Kirby Fighters Deluxe, for the most part, falls squarely into this category. I will never understand the comparisons to Smash Bros, as the only legitimate comparisons boil down to the stage hazards, which may as well not count, items which can be turned off completely, and a playable Kirby. But the way Kirby moves around, the fact that the game has corner, the game has no offstage, traditional fighting game health bars. Now, don't get me wrong, Kirby Fighters Deluxe does change things compared to both. For example, on the fighting game side, there aren't really any normals. The closest you have is the slide kick, but that doesn't actually do very much. The whole depth of Kirby Fighters Deluxe is through the intricacies of every ability. Parasol is unquestionably the best ability in the game, with fast-ranged moves, good damage, and a corner reset that you can't get out of. Ninja is probably the worst ability for its total lack of strong options, but I can't totally be sure of that one. The fact that this game even has a best and worst ability at all means it has a sense of balance, and really that's more than most people give this game credit for. I've had the chance to play this game with other people, and like any fighting game, it's truly where this game shines. As a fighter, this game has a fun neutral regardless of what ability you're using, since the stages are very large, but every ability can easily hit their target. Using Parasol as an example, being the expert that I am on that topic, its large range and fast attack speed, on top of having a good dash attack that can set up into that corner infinite I was talking about before, makes it good for punishing whiffed attacks or poorly timed dodges. There's really not that much to say on the visuals or the music. The visuals, of course, were carried over from Triple Deluxe, considering that this was originally a minigame in Triple Deluxe. As far as the soundtrack goes, there's not that much new material. What's there is really nice. It's also where that Legacy of Day-to-Day medley came from, and it's definitely my favorite track in this game. Probably like it more than anything that came from Kirby Clash Deluxe or even Triple Deluxe, really. Otherwise, there's some good stuff here, but nothing overly memorable. At least nothing that wasn't in Triple Deluxe already. I know most people are probably gonna look at this and be really confused as to why I put it above Triple Deluxe. You know, the game that has Kirby Fighters in it, and is a fully fledged game. That's just how it is though. Not only does Triple Deluxe have a worse version of Kirby Fighters, and also you need to clear the single player in Triple Deluxe with every ability to 100% that game. Whose terrible idea was this? But despite the lack of content here, I'll take it over most of what Triple Deluxe did. That being said, I'm not blind. This is nothing but a small arcade mode and some multiplayer fun, nothing else. Many of the best fighting games are, but what those games have that this game doesn't is legacy, a community that pushes the game to its absolute limit. Kirby Fighters Deluxe never really got that chance because it never got online. It's sad because at the very least, I know the game could have gone somewhere if it had the chance to. But as it is, it's often cited among the most forgettable of all of Kirby's games. If you like fighters and know people who'd play it with you, give it a whirl.